Good evening, and welcome to another thrilling, exciting, fun-packed hobby hangout that is Saturday Night Reaver. As is the law in my land, I have to wear the magical hat of birthday. This is actually an ongoing thing. I think this is a few years old. This hat it's doing well. So I'm just getting comfortable. A lot of running around today. It's like busy. So now it's to ease down, chill out, and relax because it's time to do some hobbying, perhaps. Well, perhaps there's no doubt about it. I am going to be hobbying today. I know there's a lot of things going on. There's obviously Eurovision, which is a whole lot more entertaining than I am. But I'm more personal. So yeah, this is actually cutting into my neck. So I'll keep it going for a little while, at least. But yes, I will be, because I have been replying to a lot of people, because where people take time to message me and wish me happy birthday, it's, I find it's only polite that I message them back, or it's the least I can do. I've had a nice day, and it's been most pleasant, and yeah, so it's a good time. But yes, so it's going to be just a chilled, laid back. We're building the Dystopian Wars ships. Here's something that's upside down. Yes, look, it doesn't have a base. It would sink, or would it? It wouldn't actually. It wouldn't necessarily sink. You could survive underneath that, because I've seen Pirates of the Caribbean, so I know you can. But yeah, so these are the ships, or some of the ships we've got. I've got another sprue with another lot of these left over, but I've also got the Crown Starter set. And it's I still haven't played my first game yet, and I'm still entertaining that thought at some point in the near future. But yeah, it's sorry. Sometimes it's just ridiculously stupid, and I love it. But yes. So, how are the people that are here watching? What are you up to hobby-wise today? Chilled back, laid back. Have you got Eurovision on? Is there anything else that's on at the moment that is most interesting? Just press the wrong freaking button there. Damn! Wrong way, I told you. Ross. Hey MZ, thank you very much. Welcome. It's this thing is actually really digging into my neck now. So I'm going to bear with. I said I'd keep it on for a little while. I'm doing quite well at the moment. 5 minutes in with the hat. how are you today? Are you up to anything fun and exciting, perhaps? I've just got beer, I've got some sweets, and I've got models, and I'm really just. Tony said, "Happy birthday too, good sir. May the beard stay glorious." Well, thank you very much, Tony. Much appreciated. I actually used some beard oil today, just make it feel a little bit more softer. Um, try to take care of it as best I can. And Evan, destroyer of warlords, thank you very much. Happy birthday to me. Thank you. Should I say happy birthday to me? Is that allowed? I'm sure it is. Especially if I wanted to join in with the happy birthday wishes. Grass. Sorry, I'm still getting messages and stuff. Oh, that's cool. That's all right. At least I'm not, causing problems and making a faux pas of the whole birthday shenanigan. This hat, it's like massive. It's, it's. Wow, that was actually quite tight on my head. But yes, this is. So you can tell this is old because it's got dustiness on the little bauble. I'm gonna put. No, I can't put it there. I'll put it there. It's there. It's off my head. So that's the main thing. Grass. Yes. So, apart from that, what are you up to, Evan? You behaving yourself, or you destroy more warlords without your dad knowing? He will catch up, and he will capture you, and he will torture you with tickles, I'm sure. That's his most potent weapon. As I say, unfortunately, I lost communication to the outside world for a couple of hours earlier on. Internet and connectivity and Wi-Fi was a bit shite. So, as I said, as I'm faffing, I'm filling this whole thing, and because of my, I wouldn't say OCD, but as I was saying earlier, I like if anyone's taking the time to wish me happy birthday, I would like to reply and say thank you. And it's very nice. It doesn't take much, and you get so many people I see where they just do like a overall like thank you to everybody, and I don't do that. I'm very personable in that respect. I'm personable with the word for today show and the number 7. No, number 13. Fuck it, it's my birthday. I'm allowed to choose 13. It's my lucky number. Pardon, Evan, you didn't hear me say that. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Went to the park today. Nice. Is that the one down towards the seafront? Because I don't. Or is there one nearer to you? I can't remember. I think there is, but the one as you go into the main road and straight down on the right hand side. It's a bit of a walk, or did you bike it, or did your dad take it? These are questions that are needed to be answered. Bike, good lad. Where is everyone tonight? I'm not actually sure. I'm not sure. Well, see, Judge and Luke are normally the first ones just to jump in and claim first, which, incidentally, nobody's done that as yet. Nobody's claimed it. And here's Luke. I mentioned him, and here he is. Who's going to get first? Filipito's probably up to something no good, no doubt. Oh, Luke got in there. His finger was on the button there. Oh, he's watching Eurovision. All right, that's fair. As I said, it is a big event. You know, that's why I have it on my birthday, because it's like it makes it super awesome. And that's what I keep telling myself. Thank you, my good chap. And talking about awesome people on awesome days, Heed is also a 13th of May birthday boy. So happy birthday, my birthday sibling. There's actually a few people that I know who have the same birthday as me. So there's Heed there. There's Richard from the Time Zones Club. There's Wheelie, who is friends of Ben Greaves. I met him through Ben Greaves at Weekenders, the Horus Heresy Weekenders, and he's a really, really lovely little chap. Bless him. And it was his birthday today as well. And then my friend Tony Pontius, infamous subliminal DJ chap and fellow marmoset. We decided once upon a time at a bar somewhere that we were marmosets. Because that's the sort of thing I do. I claim to be animals at times. I was born on Pancake Day. That's flipping awesome. So many of you have it today. I know. But it just makes it all the more awesomer. It doesn't dilute, it makes it better. It makes it better. And we've got Eurovision backing it up. So you don't have an infamously awesome, slightly camp music review show with voting. It's the perfect day for it. Perfect day. You couldn't pick a better day than the 13th of May. There you go. Trying my best. It increases exponentially. Indeed, it's just jumps around. Loved Rob's bear up. Yeah. Thanks about your birthday. Yeah, well, as I said, he was trying to be a cheeky little scamp. That boy, your older brother. Yeah, I still haven't been asked by people saying is he really your son? But yes, it's just weird how it happened. He claimed me. Admittedly, he claimed me, which was weird because I've heard the name I'd seen the name in forums and chats and stuff like that, but never really engaged with him. And then one day, out of the blue, Bosch just started talking, and then next minute he's like, "You're my dad." Okay. Dad says happy birthday. Oh yeah, I think he actually phoned me up earlier on, but I was at work and I obviously forgot to phone him back. So, Evan, just say thanks to him and I'll get back to him later. Happy birthday, Lee, and hello to all in the chat. Hey, JS, how are you, buddy? I'm growing out my beard so I get mistaken as well. Nothing to fear if you have a beard. It's a great way to be. Judge via the old Book of Face. The first happy birthday wish that I got, it was like last night before midnight, and obviously the person who sent it is actually out in Europe, so he's an hour ahead already. But he is the legend that is Frank on the Flank. He actually, first person on my wall with a happy birthday wish was Frank on the Flank, and I absolutely loved that. The legend of the 2017 Horus Heresy second demo day game of Adeptus Titanicus. And admit it, I was there and I helped create the legend that is Frank on the Flank, and it was just seeing his name come up with a happy birthday wish was just brilliant. It made my pre-birthday awesome. Doing good. What are you working on today? We're working on some ships. I'm still babbling and gabbling because I'm actually I'm buying time. Thank you, Colonel. Sorry, yeah. So we've got these here. I'm also going to. Yeah, these aren't for building or painting. These are for pure consumption of sugary goodness. What have I got? What have I got indeed? So we have got that. Now, I'm not sure if I've mentioned, I may have mentioned, I might not have, but I am actually like a review painter type thing for Dystopian Wars. I'm just still waiting on the stuff to be sent through at present. So, well, it was mentioned week before last that it was being sorted out and stuff. But it's just waiting for it to turn up. And then I was hoping, to be honest with you, I was kind of hoping it was going to be here today. So I could go, haha, happy birthday to me, I've got this, and woo, and do that. But I did bring this out a few weeks ago on, I think it was a Wednesday night stream perhaps, and had a little look at the stuff inside. So the map, I absolutely love the map. It's like the proper sort of like old school sort of stuff. But we've got some interesting other little ships in here in the start set. We've also got the resin battleship, the Britannia class battleship as well. So that's what you get in here. Plus you get all the little gubbins and like rules, counters, little measuring fingers. So there you get the Britannia. You can make the cruisers, 2 cruisers, which you can do as a Albion, a Lancelot, a Picton, a Belvedere, or a Sabre. You've got these cruisers, because we have 2 types of cruisers. So these are more of a support line. So you've got the Hotspur carriers, or you've got the Athelstan, which is a missile frigate, missile cruiser, or the Agincourt, which is a big sort of like cannon mortar thingy. Then we've got, these are the Excalibur heavy destroyers. These are the Caliburn frigates, and the Morgana assault submarines. And yeah, so it's a chunky box. Definitely worth, if you are getting into dystopian wars, this sort of thing. But all the factions have their own starter set, and you know, it is from what I've bought already. This is probably one of the most value for money things because of what you're getting in the kit, as well as all the rules and stuff. So definitely worth it if you ever do sort of pan out into that direction. So I have got my main birthday present with me, so I can show you it if you want. I haven't opened it, it's still in the box. It's a large box, and you know, it's something I've been thinking about for a while, even before I grew up. From when I was a small boy, I remember way back thinking I would really like that ship. Because it was it's one of those things that comes around that really grabbed my imagination. And unfortunately, I wasn't in a position as a sort of 7-8 year old to actually get that. There was other things to be getting. So I'm still wiggling through these things. All these notifications. What is it? Oh, I'm glad you asked, Evan. I was waiting for somebody to actually ask. See? Just hooked it, and I hooked you. Right, so whoopsie doodles. Had an accident now. Alright, so sorry, I just knocked over a drink. That's done with. Right, so what I got, what I really wanted for this year. So I'm gonna have to do, I'll pack that out of the way because big cam. Alternatively, actually, what we'll do, right? Sorry about this. If you've got motion sickness, I do apologise. Right, we're going big cam. Going big cam. Right, so Oh, please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bit blurry. Fix it. Come on. That's better. Right. So, as I said, this is something that I wanted when I was a little lad. Oh, will you stop mucking about? I'm gonna. So I loved Lego when I was a kid, and I especially liked the space Lego because I love space, spacemen, astronauts, all that sort of jazz. So when Sam asked me what I wanted for my birthday, it was the only thing that I wanted because it was the only thing I wanted. I didn't want anything else. This is all I wanted. And that is the new reimagined Lego space system, Galaxy Explorer. This thing is awesome. Obviously, it's all modernised. It still has the same code number that the old one used to have, the LL928. But it is glorious. Look at that. Look at that. It's all the old retro spaceman dudes. I love it. I loves it. This is brilliant. I love it. One of my best birthday presents, and Sam was very kindly got me it. So yeah, I'm very, very happy little bunny. But yeah, that's so big. So big. 1,254 pieces. Over there. There. So yeah, no Titans. Spaceships. Spaceship! 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 It could only have been better if they had a Benny in there, in the blue suit. But they haven't. No Benny. 2 reds, 2 whites, and a little robot dude. Look at him. He means business. He's totally meaning business, that dude. So that was my birthday present. So I'll put you back down now. I know you're very scared of heights. It's very frightening up the top there. And who needs to see me on a big screen? I know. But yes. So when you're older and wiser, and you can ask for big Lego kits for your birthday. Heaven. Alright. So let's get this towed on the road. So that's those ones there. War Cradle Studios. So this I got a few weeks ago. Just sort of, I went down there, and on the off chance, I saw that they had it. And I remember when Luke got his one, and he said, "Oh, he's got this map in it." I went, "What? It's got a map in it?" And I felt very left out. So, glory. So yes, like I said, I absolutely love this map. I would like to have this map, like, framed. Still smells new, and yet smells so old. I can't actually see if you can see that, but that is just awesome. It's an awesome map. Believe me, as somebody who was a bit of a nerd growing up, nothing unusual, I know. I used to like reading maps, exploring the world, seeing all different countries. Woo. In that Crown Starter set. So this is the revised Crown Starter set, I think, because you get that bad boy. which is the Britannia class battleship. Obviously, you need to add bits to it to make it look more like a battleship, but for a lump of resin. No worries, Evan. Thank you very much for hanging out, buddy. And I hope to see you soon. And be good for your mum and dad. Look at that. That's got some excellent detail on that bad boy. So you've got your torpedo tubes there. You've got your broadside cannons there. These are the generators that Crown ships have for defensive purposes. So their generators, basically every ship that has a generator adds to a generator pool which you can use for defence purposes, like for adding to your rolls for shields and stuff. But you know, that is such a nice, it's a nice one-piece bit of resin. Obviously, you add the plastic bits to it. So these sections you can have obviously cannons, so like normal, like, you know, heavy cannon sort of thing, or you can have torpedo launchers or equipment things, or missiles as well. You can like anti-air stuff. It's glorious. And actually, one of the latest ships they brought out is the Gloriana class, which is like this but longer, and it's probably about that long. So it's like the prow again, but then obviously stretched out. But that is not here, so I haven't got that yet. I do. Right. Let's crack open another beer. That's the kind of mood I'm in. Well, I'm always in that mood. It's Saturday. Put that in charge. Whew. Got that all sorted there. gratis, gratis par Födelsedagen. Is that anywhere near? Just popped in to say that might be with you later, but right now I'm putting kids to bed. Nah, no worries, buddy. Thank you for my birthday wishes. Much appreciated. Cheers, fella. A for effort. Well, thank you very much. I do try. I'm very trying. I often say it to myself, let's pull that up a bit because I can't actually see what I'm doing. So going with the heavy destroyers first, because I actually quite like these little others and they're quite simple to do. I have a knack for languages. It may not be very good, but I like to think I have a knack. I always try to pronounce something that's in front of me. If I murder it, I murder it, but I learn from that mistake. Those umlaut things always change to getting us right close upstairs. I'm shoving it into the camera. I do apologise. So these are bridge sections. So when building fleets, there's lots to take into account, which I wasn't aware of at the offset. So when you're doing the ships, you have to be careful because you can have like squadrons, but you don't get that much sort of selection initially. So if you're doing like a smaller games, you might only be able to do like 2 types of squadron vessels for one sort of like section. So you have like aerial units, you have frontline units. So you need to double up or sometimes even triple up on the type of ship to maximise their effectiveness. And sometimes each fleet does have like special units. So with the Crown, for example, they have a special unit called the Lord's Hood. So, but that incorporates having 3 Sabre class cruisers working together, and they sort of get like characters. They're like character ships, but they are quite good. They buff each other in game. Hey Molly, happy birthday, yo! Thank you very much. Much appreciated, fellow May baby. So you're Monday week, I believe, aren't you? So not this coming Monday, the Monday after. So happy pre-birthday there. I'll probably mention it again next week. And possibly even on the day itself. Whoa! Alright, let's sort this camera because this has been a bit of a crap. So I can actually see what I'm doing, but also so music selection today is very relaxed tunage. Not a lot of sort of samurai village shenanigans going on. I just thought, yeah, just go with this. This is, you know, chilled, uplifting, you know, almost euphoric. Maybe not euphoric as such, but you know where I was going. So we'll make sure you clean these edges up, because where they sit on the inside of the frame. Are you hobbying tonight, Molly? Are you baking? Are you baking? Are you baking cakes? Are there cakes afoot? The hungering crowd demands to know. I was saying that I don't know if I can actually eat cake. I'm like still a bit Chinese up to the eyeballs. Nice Chinese meal takeaway, because I don't want to cook on my birthday. There shall be bread, actually. Oh, nice. And who does not like a bit of fresh bread? But is it a bread maker, or you got, or are you doing it old school? I don't know what that was. Old school. Yeah, just undercoated a Reaver torso and noggin. Nice. Actually, I did have a message from Chris Frozen. Where did you send it? I saw his name pop up somewhere. Oh, somewhere. So, in honour of birthday, I'll paint some Titan panels tonight. Lord of the Rings tournament and done for the day. Tournament done for the day. Pardon me, sorry. That'd be Chinese. Sorry. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. This is dude phone. Dude, Anti-Gizmo, I was just replying to your comment. Happy birthday to my favourite Incan god-powered medic. Which, to save you looking up, I said thanks, mate. Luckily, I don't think I needed to heal you back then. Could have been interesting. Me and Anti-Gizmo played in one of Brian's mini roleplay weekend type games affairs several years ago, where we were sort of avatars of gods, and we were all in the US military during the Second Gulf War, and we was engaging in the Second Battle of Fallujah whilst hunting down some mad deity or wannabe deity type chap who looked like Colonel Sanders in and around the city of Fallujah whilst being attacked by the enemy and the captain, well, Santa Claus dressed sort of Colonel Sanders type dude. It was very sinister. And Anarchismo was our squad's sniper, and he was sitting in a upper window popping insurgents and stuff, whilst I was sneaking around kicking people off the top of buildings, screaming out, "This is Fallujah!" And I'm the medic. And Las Weapons making a Disco Reaver. They do love the glitter ball effect. Light it up, light it up, love it up. I was almost slipping into Tintin and that crowd from the Crow. Glad I didn't. So, two more little of the Excaliburs. So yeah, these are generally quite easy to put together, minimal amount of fuss, a little bit of clean up here and there. Yes, you are definitely more of a jazz hands Reaver, you. Running around, beating up innocent little titans. Ripping them a new one. Medic, yeah. It was a very loose term. And I still can't pronounce the name of my deity's, my character's deity's patron deity, sorry. But I know he could smoke jaguars and sort of, what is it? The old volcanic glass had some meaning, and that's why I had a special special black scalpel as part of my thingy. So it was actually like a demon, like a magical weapon, but it was a scalpel. You know, I would have preferred a sword, but obviously US Army, you're not allowed a sword. And it was frowned upon that I wanted to buy a whole load of marijuana on base and I wanted to make an actual like a grenade out of it, you know, like a stoning grenade, just pacify the enemy by getting them high, because that was all part of my god's thing. I was playing the part, I told you. Obsidian scalpel, thank you. Yeah, I could not for the life of me think. I was thinking obelisk. Yes. Obsidian. I did actually kill someone with that as well. Canny-baited warfare. Exactly. You know, when you're, you know, your patron deity that you're like an avatar of, you know, he's all for that shit. So you got to do that stuff for your god, haven't you? You got to represent. You know. You know, we had one guy. I think LT. I think he was like a deity of 4. So and he's like ripping up like lampposts and using it as a weapon. Oh no, I can't have a marijuana bomb. You know, the side effects is you get incredibly high, relaxed, and then you have the munchies. But what do I know? And anyway, our friend is actually the game we were playing is Scion roleplay game, and Brian built a sort of a replica of the city, like, you know, a couple of blocks of Fallujah for us to play out, and like painted up our little soldiers, and it was an immense, because that's the thing. Brian always does this because he works in like the television and film. I used to do like special effects stuff and, you know, set building and all that sort of stuff, amongst other things. He's a very talented chap, that boy. But he's also trying to produce a TV show based on Scion. So he's got all the rights and stuff, and they're got things going, the scripts done for the first season and all that sort of jazz. You know, it's all very exciting. Wait and see. Wait and see. He liked to go big. He does. And he's the perfect example of going big or going home. Conveniently, we play this game at his home, so he doesn't have to go far. But he still goes big. Another 2 little cruisers, destroyers, heavy destroyers. So, chuffed. So, just as Luke, your other brother, hobby brother, just catching up with stuff. pound of DMT, a blowtorch, and a leaf blower. Yes. Right, so that's that. We've got a big ship now. Well, one of the cruisers. So because I already rushed out, and like the first pack I got was a support squadron, which is basically what I'm redoing now, which came with I think this came with the Avalon kit. So yeah, so like with the different battle fleets that they do, so you have like the Avalon, which is like a heli carrier. It has some flying units and other bits and pieces. I think Temps would like the Walkout Waste RPG zone. Oh, and I'm booking for June for the MIU port tattoo. Nice. Yeah, I'm. One of the reasons why I opted for the Warbringer, obviously Titan centric, but I'm always a bit wary about saying, "Yeah, do it, dude. Get tattoos, just in case, you know, just as a precaution." So, but yeah, I'm all with you now. I'm backing you for your tattoo. So, and you're getting it. Are you getting it on the back of the neck? Because that's what I'm assuming where the port MIU port was. Well, I like to believe it is anyway. I do love those little destroyers. Actually, right, I'm going to open up. The rainbow strips because he looks a friendly guy. Hi, I'm all sugary. I'm going to kill you with diabetes. Thank you. Back of my skull. Little rainbows. Mm. Wow, I've actually caught up. It destroys the MIU port as the back of a Princeps skull in Titan. Ah. Gay bacon. It tastes divine. Just to make sure I'm just spelling something correctly. Sorry. I still think playing a sniper that was a sign of an Egyptian death god was a good stroke of luck on my part, as Brian didn't let us know what we were playing. Yeah, no, that was so because I think where I got invited in, and I think he definitely did say about obviously being in like military and all that sort of stuff, and then just let me go around and choose. I think so. I just fancied doing a South American. I think because at the time I'd just been watching Narcos, so that's what obviously inspired my ex was and Colombian expat who as a kid escaped Colombia, went to America, joined the US Army when old enough. As you do. God's can't type. I am sitting at 3 separate unfinished 1750 battle groups at the moment, so no more plastic crack until I'm done. No, that's fair. That's good planning as well. I'll post pictures on Discord when I'm done. Also getting a bit hold in my hand Sunday. 2 for the price of 1. Very nice. I've got a Legio Vulturum insignia on my arm. He does indeed. And it is glorious. I think I've been investing too much. Would I get another tattoo? I don't know. Because it took me a long time to decide on my first one, and then even longer to decide on my second one. Do I? Don't I? I don't know. It's a lot of work that goes into these sort of things for me. Ooh. I am not sure how many have stage. It's a little too easy after like 30 if memory serves. It becomes as fluid as breathing, having more ink. So that's the thing. It's like when I got my sleeve done, because my original tattoo I got when I was 21. And I'm sure I mentioned the story on here the other week, because it was Harry Potter was the name of the tattooist who did it for me. This is before Harry Potter existed in the literal sense. So I had this one tattoo done, and then I didn't get my sleeve done until that was in my 30s. So that was I think it was about 11 years ago that I got my sleeve done. But yeah, I always thought, because I always wanted to have this arm with ink on. So again, as I showed the other week, you can't really see it, fuck it. So avoid the light sources. Avoid the light sources. Open blast doors. Open blast doors. So that thing, the dragon, without the green filler, was what I had when I was 21, and then that was added about 11, 12 years ago. Now, as you can probably notice with my koi, which is a golden koi, because I like the story about how koi swim up a stream, they find a portal, they swim through the portal, and they become a dragon. So it all tied in my mind, all tied in. The problem is, which I can't point to because I'm holding this bloody thing, so let's stand there. So the problem I've got is that I've got no idea of how to angle a camera. Is angling my arm is that is not. So the top bit's fine, but that is just, in my opinion, kind of wrong, the way it's flapped out. So that's the only piece that I'm not particularly happy with. And you know, like when you're not sure and you think, He's stripping. Oh, W. Well, Lee, you normally have to pay for this. Yes, I know. This is free. This is my birthday. This is my gift to you. But yeah, so that is the only bit that sort of annoys me a little bit, because to my sensibility, it doesn't feel right. It should be more. Reverso World screwed me over. Obviously, you done it. The wind bars, awesome. The cherry blossom, awesome. Happy with that. Really happy with that, because I love a bit of cherry blossom. But yeah, it's just that one little thing there that just grates a little bit, and I don't know how. You can't really. I don't know. Like, do I try and cover it a little? But then that will just throw things out, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm kind of like, yeah. I don't know if there's anything you can be done with it, but that's what it is. But yeah, I always had a thought about just my left arm having tattoo, nowhere else. That's it. That's all I sort of wanted. That was about, in total, about 5 hours. So a couple of hours for the first session, for like lining it all and all that sort of stuff. And the other annoying thing is, like, I did it again because tattooists don't really enjoy just copying stuff. They want to be creative. They want to be let loose. And I had a picture of a koi that I liked the look of it, because it looked pretty cool in my mind. And I said, "Oh, can I have that?" And I've already done this sketch out, sort of thing. So whatever. Looked cool. It's all right. Not as awesome as my idea. I'm trying to stop myself getting a snake on my face. Yeah, that could be a little. Depends on what type of snake, where on the face it is, and what it's doing. Because obviously, if that's done right, yeah, that can be awesome. If it's done wrong, you got to see it. That's the problem. So you've got obviously. I'm assuming you've got a good relationship with your tattooist, seeing as you've been there quite a lot. So if you think they can pull it off for you, then live your best life. So we only exist for a fraction of time on this plane of existence. To a tourist is pretty dope as fuck. Well, there you go. So you either have faith in the system, or and that's the thing. It's like you either let them freestyle it, because I think normally, from the indication that I got, was that that's what they want. They want to be creative. They want to create like art. But when you're saying I want it to look exactly like this, that's is not as the enjoyment factor for them, because it is a sort of it's not just money they're doing this for. They want to create something awesome. So you either just go for it. I want a snake. You do what you think is best. I'm leaving it to you, and let them. And if they're that kind of creative, then they'll just probably do something fucking awesome. So you would draw it out first for sure. So that's the thing. It's because I wanted this, like Eastern samurai sort of esque Oriental feel to it. Because I absolutely love sort of Japanese culture in particular. I always had a thing for the Japanese culture. Samurais, the original before the Bushido got sort of corrupted a little bit later on, and obviously after the sort of the westernization after I think it was about 1850, and they started industrializing it sort of after their 200 years in self-exile from the world. And the samurai culture just sort of disappeared overnight. So, but that old style, being servants to defend a lord, and that sense of honour, and the way they went about things in feudal Japan. It sort of is a very cool culture when you break it down, sort of thing, and it still retains nowadays. With certain, they actually have the sword makers, the smiths, which I can't think of the name. Sorry. So, that whole ethos that they had was sort of very appealing to me as a young man or young lad. I don't know how old I was, but always drawn towards the Eastern Japan. And weirdly, I was in Japan once for a mere 10 hours on a stopover, and I really regret not actually making more of a stop there, just to actually just experience it and actually get into the city proper. Sorry for any squeakiness. Oh, hello. How was your first day of gaming at Warhammer World, Ben? You had fun? Are you smashing the enemies? Destroying them wholesale? Right. Now I need that bit. I was drawn to Scottish Highland swordsmanship as an adult because of seeing Rob Roy as a weakling. Arse. And that's the thing, like those little things that sort of have an effect on, especially like when you watch something as a youngster. It does sort of like lure you in, and you sort of not identify with it, but you feel drawn to it. So again, like with as a youngster, seeing like Robotech and the original AT back in the late 80s, and then like anime as well. I really liked like the first anime film I saw was Warriors of the Wind, which is Nausicaa, known elsewhere. And obviously with the steampunk feel, mecha in that, and then you had In Search of Laputa, or Laputa Search for the City of the Clouds, which again had a sort of steampunky feel to it as well. So yeah, I was sort of destined to be in that sort of area. You know, we take these influences, take them on board, and they become part of us. First day was good. Georgian was great to fight against. Reaver got his first engine kill. Also met many interested in Titans. Haha! A few from Denmark and Canada. I also found out I need to add more magnets to Titan arms. Yeah, you need the proper stuff on them. Hail to my fellow AT fans from Canada land. All hail the syrup chuggers. Yes. So what sort of turnout have you had so far? Whee! You was doing your thing as a 2-day, wasn't you, Ben? Yeah. Move me antis. choosing the pin my times. Not a smart choice, but a stubborn one. Well, you gotta do what's right for you. Like for me, with Reaver Titans, like for AT anyway, what I've now found myself doing is with my where I used to sort of magnetize both shoulders and both arm sockets for the weapons, I now only magnetize the arm sockets of both, and only one has the shoulder magnetized as well. So all my right armed sections of Reavers are glued in, just the arm elbow joint magnetized for weapon interchange, and the left is magnetized on the shoulder and the elbow, so I can swap out and put in a power fist or chain fist. So I like a southpaw. But yeah, it's I find it's a lot easier now because I am not ever likely to do a double-fisted Reaver. It's not my playing style. But in some of my Legios, I still have the option I can do that. I'm stealing the Bluetooth speaker idea when I can find one that fits. Yeah, I got mine off of Amazon, but I was actually looking recently. I don't seem to do it anymore because it was obviously a few years ago I got that one. It's about 5-6 years old now. Jesus. So yeah. It would be nice if it was small but loud, because obviously, although the engineering section makes for a good echo chamber, it could be better. And to be fair, I was actually surprised that we heard anything from it. Not in the Queen's Walk, the other one, Beachhead, because of the noise going around the hall. Right. Sorry, just been. Ouch. Stiff neck. Buzzer. Yes, that's what I was doing. I was trying to find out because trying to find out the Stepping Wolves factions. Pick a faction. There's one thing I like about this Stepping Wolves website. It has all you need. Pick the crown. So, assembly guides online. Thank you. That's what I want. Haha. Like the idea of making the loadouts fixed for each Titan to push narrative and give each one a distinct personal resource. Well, that's the thing. It's like when you read like Titan Death or Mechanicum or Titanicus, in fact, they all have individual loadouts. You know, obviously, when each princeps has its own, personality. So they can obviously, and the Titan might even have a preference. It might work better utilising a certain weapon over others. But the War Spirit could be actually having to say, "Hey, I like that big rat chaka 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 daka 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 cannon. I'm not too keen on the plasma, but I like throwing mass reactives at people." So that adds to it. Because when I make up a list as such, or a force for a game, I'm not looking at, oh yeah, I'll go with this white weapon because it's going to give me lots of hits, it's going to do lots of penetration, stuff like that. I never go that way, because it's not my bag, baby, not my bag. Let's check something quickly. It says quickly. No, still the old ones. Sorry, I was just looking at the build instructions, and I think they've so I think I've still got the older sprues, because with the newer ones, so these ones here, so you've got these are actually like light cannons, light grade cannons, but in the newer sets you get the option that those turrets are individual, so you can actually plonk them into the little turret mount. All turrets are interchangeable. So that's on the newer versions. So they're still getting rid of the older versions, which you're only stuck with those turrets. Or no turret at all. Imagine core. At least for my Magna. Obviously, when they get some massive battle damage, you can swap the weapons out. Yeah, and as I say, circumstances, you just go, okay, we're going into a very enclosed area, because you've got a lot of build-up of buildings and fortifications or stuff that, you know, a fist or a chain fist would be very handy at taking out. So, yeah, you just basically just go, I'll go with a power fist, because you're going to be in close combat. Within seconds, yeah, walking down Main Street, turning left, you know, you might not have might not have the range to sort of like just sit back and blow the crap out of something. You might be right on top of somebody. So Titan CQB would be a little bit mental. That's my kind of thinking, yeah. What's the weather like over them parts? Over here, it's been deceptive. It was meant to be a really nice day, but it wasn't raining. It was overcast for the most part, with a bit of a chill in the air. But, you know, had worse. Start of the week, it was like really intense rainfall, which caused a lot of flooding in parts of Essex, because when you get just too much water in a short space of time, it's never good. Damn it, need more parts. Everything's fine. Yeah, that is something. When a friend of mine, I was saying about the floods and all that, you know, it's global warming, all that sort of thing. They started going, oh well, you know, in Australia we've been having this for years, sort of thing, and like no one's ever thought anything. I said, well, unfortunately, you don't generally give a toss if it's happening to someone across the world, because it's not in your back garden. And that's the way of human nature, unfortunately. We are a bit like that. Only in very certain cases when you sort of suddenly sit up and stop and go, actually, this is really fucking shit. So, and then you do something, but very rare. It's only the oil fields, it's fine. Not like, because obviously I know like Canada has a lot of like oil sands. So are you near to that, or? I feel the internet is helping with that a smidge. Well, yeah, obviously you can see what's happening on a more localized level in a lot of respects. So going, oh, that's happening. That's not good. I had like a delivery driver. Again, the internet is good in a lot of ways. Also a little bit rubbish in others and bad in others. But it's like, you know, I was literally talking to a truck driver who was delivering some stuff to my store where I work, and he was going on about, you know, oh yeah, the moon landings, they were fake. You know, like, what? that seemed crazy to me. Well, they're going back up there in next year with the Artemis mission. Yeah. Send 5 astronauts. What was it for? 4 astronauts. Go over to the moon for a few days, do some experiments, bring back the data. But yeah, it's just so much disinformation in the world. It just makes you doubt everything. Live in Calgary, wow, which is the oil and gas capital of the country. The moon landing was staged and it was shot by Stanley Kubrick. The reason it looks so real is because Kubrick's obsession with filming on location. Moon demon? Everyone knows that. So when your phone goes into sleep mode, you just, oh, wait a sec, I need to know what I'm doing next with this bloody kit. How am I going to build this? We've got a rough idea, but obviously you don't want to make a mistake when you don't need to. Anyone else also model order upgrades of corruptions on their Titans? I don't. I know that much. As I say, like, I know with because like the current corruptions, apart from I think 1, maybe 2, most of them are meant to be in like a subversive way. He says that as if he knows what he's talking about, but it's more the case that, you know, there are corruptions that aren't necessarily visible, apart from like the sort of iron skin one, or maybe the frosty sort of ones. Because you obviously corrupted Titans are one thing, demon Titans are a whole new different ball game. So, because that's why they sort of, most of them are sort of like, you know, you could say, oh yeah, it's got them, so you don't actually have to do anything, but lots of like awesome hobbyists have done, much like yourself. Because Because I suppose, like in some respects, like having corrupted titans, yes, it's a little characterful bonus, and some of the stuff you get can be quite nasty. Much like create your own League of Titans rules as well. Really good shit. But yeah, it's just to add flavour. But like I'm using 40k Omega legs for preternatural grace and noise marine spits for malicious cacophony. Yeah, if it looks cool, do it. Yeah. Pardon me. Sorry, yawny. You know, do what you envision. Become one with your model. Well, semi-literally. Not advising that you become a corrupted titan, but you can do whatever you want. If you want to become a corrupted titan, you go for it. You live that best life. Bloody thing. Sorry. Not going full Satan though. My neck's rather stiff. This is the Agincourt class bombardment cruiser. And as I was saying earlier on, you have to sort of do these in minimum of twos. Because the good thing about this game system is like you've got kits that you can make multiple different types of ships. So this particular one can make 3 different types. So you've got the Agincourt, the Hotspur, and the Athelstan, which is the missile cruiser. So that's the Athelstan with its bombardment cannon. ridiculously long range in this game. So that's actually quite cool. So the Athelstan would have these little bits for its missile launchers as such. In the generators that their big ships have. Little ships, not so much. Another Morgana. Yep. Stack myself. Realised I knocked the camera. Right. Still. Sorted. Done. Neck is an somewhat. Still 2 bits I haven't added, or added, cut off. Start cutting that off. An old beaky cheese. Yeah. I'm surprised I haven't heard a lot of music going on because of the whole Eurovision Song Contest. I remember last year when we were streaming, and there was definitely music being played, loud in some cases, but not tonight. I'm hearing some fireworks in the distance, so maybe not that's what I'm going to do with it. I don't know. So what you've got here is basically what you would get in a frontline support squadron box set. So 4 destroyers of the Excalibur class, heavy destroyer, 2 Morgana assault subs, and then 2 cruisers, which can be, as I said, one of 3. And we've got the Hotspur carrier and the Agincourt long-range bombard cruiser. But yeah, they are quite fun to make. They are really kind of cute and awesome. You also get like I'll show you all these other ones. So again, you've got another load of these to build. But you get these little fleet aircraft squadron markers. But you have one of these on a base. Like that base, so you just paint up, stick it in there. But then you stack them up to the amount of like ships. So like one carrier, I think you can launch 2 of these a turn. They last for 1 turn, from what I remember watching the Battle Report. And they fly around. You give them either a target to sort of attack, and they give you like dice to attack a target. Obviously, the target has like anti-aircraft weapons, so you might take some of those planes out, but or you can use them in a defensive role as well. So that's kind of cool to make it a little bit more, launching loads of fighters to defend your most valuable assets. On top of the Guardian shields that the crowned ships have, because each battle force have their own like technology type thing. So as I said, these have got the Guardian drones, and the Guardian generators. The Commonwealth, which are basically like the Russian Confederation, but they call it Commonwealth. They have rail guns. Like their battleship they have is like that, slightly wider, but it has a massive rail gun going down the full length. It's quite intimidating. You also get like aerial units as well. Like the new battle force that is out for pre-order soon is the Alexeyev, which is like the Russians made this giant low-flying aircraft. It was so big it was really hard to get off the ground, but it could like skim across the water and deliver a large like contingent of soldiers or vehicles, sort of thing. So it flies, but not that high because it can't. The engines aren't powerful enough to get it up. It's so big. So they just basically just tear across the seas and disgorging their cargo. I think it's like a flying boat plane sort of thing. But this particular, the Alexeyev, deploys hovercraft. So like Russian hovercraft. So yes. Now I'm really going to say these. That's the battleship, and I'm pretty sure that this, and then it's about that long, there to there, is the Gloriana Clash. Gloriana Clash. Sorry, that was a very bad impression of Sean. Mr. Connery. So yes, so that's it's a chunk, I tells you. But as I said, the resin on that is just really impressive. It's, and I'm not just saying that because I bought this, so it's not a freebie or anything like that. I bought this. It is. You mean Echronoplan? One of these. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It was the big, like, big aircraft. Like, think of the Spruce Goose but on steroids, but it could actually fly. But it just doesn't have the power to get it up in the air. But yeah, if I find, actually, I'll find a picture. I will show you what it looks like. Commonwealth. Military. Which is annoying. That is. So that's the Alexiev Battlefleet set. So you've got the big resin chunk piece there, which can drop off these little hovercraft thingies. But yeah, that is the Alexiev is a Echronoplan. It's a ground effect thing, sort of like a hydrofoil to the extreme. Gosh. These things, flying drill bits, crazy. Russian cruisers there, some aero units, some more little hovercrafty thingy. But yeah, so it does look kind of cool. Only £48 in stock at Brand the Outpost. Yeah, so all the different factions and stuff, they have different ships and stuff. He uses jet engines to skim just on the surface. The Russians wanted to put cruise missiles, and of course they did. It's massive. Oh, it's but cruise missiles and everything. Right. I am going to knock off, I feel, because I've got to get up early for work tomorrow. Yay! Also got to drop Sam off into London, so got to do that and then go to work. But yes, thank you those that have all come out tonight and just chilled, chatted, hung out, watched me muller some ships, which was fun. But thank you very much for hanging out and joining me. Really appreciate it. I know there's a lot of high intensity European song action going on, but yeah, it's going on still. But yeah, no, it's really appreciated, and just chilling out and doing some minor hobby. You would say last minute, I weren't even sure I'd be on tonight, but glad that I did. I've been proactive, built some ships, which is always nice, because then I get to paint them. Yay! I'm also going to have to send out an email to find out about other stuff that I'm waiting for, just to see what's happening. Some crazy Cold War stuff out there. I got speakers on the Reaver. Grasses for the hands. No worries. Always welcome, Molly and Gizmo. Thank you for hanging out with us and that. Yeah, should be back to normal on Wednesday. So from we've been doing 8 o'clock recently. So yeah, should be the same. Because I'm still waiting on Artist Empire for his situation to improve, so he could come back out and we can do the old paint overs. Well, basically, I don't do fuck all. I just sit there drinking beer and chatting with artists as he just goes around and does some paint overs on random hobbyists models. But it's just great to watch to see him make him come to life. But yeah, so we're back on Wednesday, and then next Saturday again back on here, same time, same back channel. So until then, I hope you have a awesome weekend. If you're hobbying, if you're gaming, if you're doing whatever you damn well please, and I'll catch up with you all later on. So be good, be careful, have fun, and happy hobbying, everyone. See you later. Take care. Pew! I don't know what it means, but it's something like awesome, obviously. Not at all.